Health Ministry detects cholera case in Selangor. Hello and good afternoon. I'm Mona Priya. Welcome to Updates at Noon. The Health Ministry yesterday confirmed that a cholera case has been detected in Selangor. Health Minister Khairi Jamaluddin advised the public to take precautionary measures to avoid infections. Through his Twitter account, Khairi reminded the public to drink water that has been treated or properly boiled, as well as practicing good hygiene and avoid eating raw or uncooked food. The Selangor Health Department yesterday had issued a cholera alert to all hospitals and district health clinics statewide after it detected a case involving a Malaysian who came down with the infection. A circular signed by Selangor Health Director Datuk Dr. Syahari Ngadiman stated that the case was identified in the Petaling district of Selangor. The age, gender and condition of the patient, however, was not divulged in the circular. Cholera is an enteric disease caused by Vibrio cholerae bacteria. Early symptoms include painless watery stools and vomiting. If left untreated, it can lead to dehydration, circulatory collapse and death. Police reminded all candidates and political parties to be mindful in using social media platforms for campaigning purposes. Melaka Police Chief Dato' Abdul Majid Muhammad Ali said police have set up a special task force to monitor social media platforms around the clock.
Yang melibatkan tiga kumpulan, tiga tim. Tim ini akan bekerja secara bergiliran selama 24 jam. Jadi tanggungjawab kumpulan-kumpulan ini, tim-tim yang saya sebutkan pemantau media sosial ni, kita nak memastikan bahawa media sosial itu digunakan dengan cara yang sihat. Media sosial itu digunakan dengan cara betul-betul untuk menyuburkan demokrasi. Bukan media sosial itu digunakan sebagai medan untuk menghasut.
He said this in RTM's Bicara Khas program last night. Dato' Abdul Majid said if his team detected any exploits of the platforms by any quarters, police will lodge a report and conduct unbiased investigations before handing over the investigation papers to the Attorney General's chambers for further action. Meanwhile, he reminded all quarters to comply with the SOPs stipulated by the National Security Council MKN and the Ministry of Health MOH to ensure the success of new norm election practice and used it as guidelines for the other elections in the future. A total of 4.6 billion ringgit has been allocated for 434 development projects, including 79 new projects in Johor in the budget 2022. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Economy, Datuk Sri Mustafa Muhammad, said several high-impact projects that will boost economic growth in the state would be implemented under the 12th Malaysia Plan, 12 MP. Datuk Sri Mustafa noted that projects planned will include continuation of existing projects and some new projects such as Gemas Johor Baru Double Electric Track, Rapid Transit System Link and Pasir Gudang Hospital.
Sebagai negeri yang pentinglah menjana kira 9% daripada keluaran negara kasar, pintu masuk utama negara lah untuk pelancong umpamanya, ya. Lepas itu Johor lah salah satu negeri yang penting untuk negara kita Malaysia.
He said this after attending the post-12 MP Roadshow session meeting in Kota Iskandar, Johor yesterday. Langkawi Development Authority LADA projected 5,000 international tourists will visit Langkawi through the international travel bubble starting today. LADA Chief Executive Officer Nasaruddin Abdul Muttalib said through the implementation of the travel bubble, the island will be able to generate 24.5 million ringgit in the remaining 45 days of 2021. Explaining further, Nasaruddin said in average 150 tourists are expected to enter Langkawi in a day.
5,000 adalah satu sasaran yang realistik bagi kedatangan pelancong lah. Jadi berdasarkan 5,000 kedatangan pelancong antarabangsa, perbelanjaan yang dapat dijana oleh pelancong-pelancongan antarabangsa ini adalah sekitar 24.5 juta lah.
He added 60 tourist guides in Langkawi had completed the SOP compliance courses as part of preparation for the reopening of Langkawi to international tourists. The courses emphasize on three main elements such as travel bubble SOP, new norm for tourist guide and Langkawi My Safe campaign. 607 drug addicts and pushers were arrested in Terengganu since 14th October to date. Terengganu Police Chief Datuk Rohaimi Mat Isa said all of the detainees aged between 13 to 71 years old were arrested through the Jihad Dadah 2.0 program. He said 415 of the detainees were identified as drug addicts and the rest were distributors. Datuk Rohaimi said 11 drug suppliers will be charged under Section 39B of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952, which brings mandatory death if found guilty. 16 of the detainees are underage teenagers.
Jadi mereka ni yang telah ada rekod 2 dan lebih ni, kita akan kenakan bawah Section 39C yang mana pihak mahkamah akan menjatuhkan hukuman antara 5 hingga 7 tahun. Itu penting. Kita ketepikan mereka ni yang bermasalah ni dan kita boleh fokus kepada generasi baru supaya tidak terlibat. Yang mana mungkin kali pertama terlibat, boleh bagi peluang lagi. Tapi boleh bagi peluang maksudnya dengan pengawasan ataupun jaminan pihak mahkamah bawah pemantauan polis juga. Jadi kerjasama masyarakat diperlukan.
Kuala Lumpur claim a first win against the Red Giants in over 2 decades. More details on that after this. But first, young discus thrower Queenie Ting Kung Ni has set a new national record in the event where she became the first woman athlete to throw a discus over the 50-meter mark. The bronze medalist at the 2019 SEA Games threw a distance of 50.67 meters at the Malaysian Track and Field Trials at the Bukit Jalil MSN Stadium yesterday. The record-breaking throw erased the old mark by 2.11 meters. Queenie Ting, who will celebrate her 24th birthday tomorrow, had previously broken the national record with a throw of 48.56 meters at the Malaysian Grand Prix Athletics last April. Today, outstanding feat helped Queenie to emerge as champion in the event, beating 2 senior athletes, Chu Kang Ni and Yap Zen San. Coach Muhammad Ali Hamid, who was happy with the achievement, said Queenie's performance showed she was on the right track to achieve her target of qualifying on merit for the 2022 Asian Games in Hangzhou, China. Muhammad Ali said he was confident that his charge would qualify for the 2022 Asian Games on merit, adding that Queenie's next assignment would be the KOM Closed Championship next month and a few other championships organized by state associations beginning next January. Beautiful goals in the first and second half saw Kuala Lumpur City FC record a stylish 2-0 victory over Selangor FC in the first leg of the Malaysia Cup quarter-finals at the Petaling Jaya City Council Stadium, MBPJ, last night. Romel Morales caught Selangor FC off guard with a solid header in the 14th minute. The Colombian rose high to nod home Ryan Lambert's cross for the lead. It was a sort of consolation for him as his goal in the 10th minute was disallowed by referee Mohammad Nafis Abdul Wahab due to rough play in the opponent's penalty box. KL City FC retained the 1-0 lead through most of the game, but Mohammad Hadin Azman doubled it in the 82nd minute when he converted a loose ball inside the Selangor penalty box, which was a result from poor defending. The goal provided some cushion to the away team ahead of the second quarter-final clash at Kuala Lumpur Football Stadium in Cheras on Thursday. The City Boys' victory in the Klang Valley Derby was their first against Selangor FC in any competition in over 2 decades. For the record, Kuala Lumpur are unbeaten at home this season. At the Darul Aman Stadium in Alor Star, the action between 2016 champions Kedah Darul Aman FC and the reigning champions Johor Darul Ta'zim JDT, who are also the Super League champions this season, ended in a goalless draw. Kedah, who were without 3 of their imports, Singaporean midfielder Anumandan Kumar, Lebanese midfielder Rabih Ataya and Ivorian forward Tiche Kipre, managed to stay organised as their defence stood firm for the entire match under the leadership of their strongman Renan Ferdinand Alves and goalkeeper Sharil Shari. Although the Southern Tigers dominated most parts of the game, they couldn't find a way past Kedah's watertight defence. The second leg of all the quarter-final matches will take place on Thursday. Meanwhile, Terengganu FC defeated Sarawak United FC 2-1 at the Sultan Mizan Zainal Abidin Stadium in Kuala Nerus, taking them one step closer to the semi-finals. TFC opened the scoring in the 16th minute through national player Mohammad Faisal Abdul Halim, who sprinted down the field before lashing the shot from long range to beat goalkeeper Mohammad Sharbini Alawi Ramli. However, TFC defender Mohammad Sharul Nizam Ros Hasni headed the ball into his own net in the 21st minute to give an equaliser to the away team, much to the horror of the 8,700 fans who were present. The Turtles came out in the second half with the mission of taking a lead into the second leg of the quarter-final matchup, and Mohammad Faiz Nasir delivered with a powerful shot from inside the penalty box in the 51st minute. And with that, we reach the end of today's updates at noon. In our top story today, Health Ministry detected cholera case in Selangor. Now, don't forget to tune in to News at 10 coming up at 10 p.m. on Saluran Berita RTM, RTM Clicks website and mobile app. I'm Mohana Priya. Have a great day.